And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, back from vacation. So sorry I didn't do any videos. There wasn't really anything for me to do up where I was. No signals as much, so I didn't really take my equipment to go do anything. So I apologize if you missed me, but I'm back. So I figure it's time now to do a top. I was gonna do a top 10 movie, summer movie, my favorite of all time right now. But I only saw 9 of the summer, so it's gonna be in my top 9 movies of the summer. Now this is only summer movies, so I'm not including Logan, Fast and the Furious. I'm not including any of those movies, baby, Boss Baby, Kong, Power Rangers, any of those other movies. I'm not counting those. That's for the end of the year, hopefully, maybe. So I picked 9 movies that I thought that were pretty cool, so I figure it makes my summer list. And I want you guys to leave me a comment below on what's your top list of the summer. Remember, this is only the summer movies. So let's begin with a movie I just saw, and my review is coming up for it after this. And number 9 will be The Dark Tower. I actually never really heard about this. I knew it was a Stephen King book, but I never really read it. I never really caught my eye growing up to it, so I seen this movie, and it's actually a pretty cool movie. You should go check it out if you want. I'll get more in depth with it once I do my review, but I thought it was a pretty cool movie for what it was. So, at number 9, The Dark Tower. At number 8 was a movie I was very interested in seeing because this actor happens to be one of my favorite actors of all time, Tom Cruise's The Mummy. Now, The Mummy was supposed to be, I thought it was going to be a horror movie. Horror back in the day, what the old Mummy movie used to be, the black and white version. I thought it was going to be that. But it ended up being a kind of remake of what the Brendan Fraser movie was. And it turned out to be okay. I liked it. It was okay. I don't mind this movie at all. It had its moments where it was cool. It had its moments where I was like, could have been better. But I still came out, out of the theater enjoying it. So there you go. The Mummy ends up being my number 8. At number 7 was another movie that I thought was going to be pretty awesome, but it ended up being, pretty good. It ended up being good because it felt like 2 movies in one. And this was Alien Covenant. This felt to me a good sequel to Prometheus, and then a pretty cool, interesting take on the Alien prequel, like an Alien prequel per se, if you want to think about that. The movie's about to come. It came out on Blu-ray, so go check it out. You should. I don't want to do spoilers for this movie right now because it's kind of still fresh. So there you go, Alien Covenant. At number 6 is a movie that I will always like to see. My other favorite actors in this movie, Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell Tale. Now this movie was cool. I mean, this had a great villain in Javier Bardem. It had Johnny Depp coming back. It had Orlando Bloom in the movie. He was great. His son, spoiler if you didn't see the trailer, because he's in the trailer, sorry, but yeah, great action, it was pretty cool, great way to tell the story further for, Captain Jack Sparrow and his band of crew that he always hangs out with, so I was very entertained with this movie. I can't wait to get it on Blu-ray, add it to the collection, so there you go, there's number 6. At number 5 was a great movie to end the trilogy. In my opinion, one of the coolest trilogies I've ever seen in my life. It's War of the Planet of the Apes. War of the Planet of the Apes was a great movie. Now, obviously, a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't really give us war. But I felt like this movie was more of a psychological war than more of a physical one. If you really think about it, that's how I felt about it. To me, anyway. But other than that, the Caesar character got great closure. I don't want to see what happens, but pretty much great closure for what happens in this movie. It was great. They leave room for more, but time would tell. I don't think it will make another one. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind seeing another one if they do. So, yeah, that one's number 5 for me. At number 4 is a Marvel movie that we all know and love. Those Guardians of the Galaxy. That's right, Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the first one so much, that movie makes me laugh every time I watch it. The second one makes me laugh. It has its moments where I don't like it, But other than that, I still enjoy this movie for what it was because not only did it have a great villain in Ego, who was played by um why man Russell, not Russell Crowe, Kurt Russell. There you go, Kurt Russell. I'm always getting those two confused. Sorry. He was great. Star-Lord once again. Chris Pratt was great in it. You know, everybody was great in this. You know, seeing Baby Groot, seeing all the whole team come together, and then seeing what this is gonna lead up to eventually in the next movies. So yeah, go check out Guardians of the Galaxy 2 if you've never seen it. It's amazing. So go check that out. Okay, so winding down here, we have at number 3 another Marvel movie, which I really, really liked. I was first worried about it because it's now is a part of the Marvel Universe, and that's my good friend, my second favorite superhero of all time, Spider-Man. That's right, Spider-Man, because I was worried, you know, how Marvel, you know, doesn't really have a good track record with their villains, and I thought the Vulture wasn't going to be great. No, he was awesome. The Vulture was great. Michael Keaton did a great job with that character. Tom Holland, I think, is the best Spider-Man we had, like, ever. I'm sorry, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. You guys are good too, but I think he's better than both of you guys put together. It's my second favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, behind Spider-Man 2, the original one, not Andrew Garfield's version. Yeah, I thought this movie was great. Great way to tie in how he fits into the Marvel Universe. He feels like he's already in this world. He fits right. He's like that piece of the puzzle that you're trying to find, and you finally find it, and he fits perfectly in the puzzle you're looking for, that you're doing. So, he works. So, good job with Spider-Man. And thank you for Marvel for letting him being used in this universe, because now Spider-Man's going to kick butt in Infinity War. Have you seen that trailer that leaked a while ago? So, yeah, go look for that if you can. Okay, we come down to the final two. Now, this one was tough. This one was very tough for me for the summer movie because obviously these two movies are awesome in their own rights, but I couldn't switch them if I wanted to. But sometimes I want number 2 to be number 1 and vice versa. So a number 2 for now is going to be Baby Driver. That's right, Baby Driver. This movie was so cool. It made watching like Fast and Furious look like somebody putting a quarter in a machine and just having a little, you know, buggy ride or something. It was just that cool. This kid should have been in the team, you know, with the Toretto team a long time ago. This movie had action, it had adventure, it had humor, it had great music. The characters were all awesome. I mean, yeah, Kevin Spacey was a great bad guy in this movie, but it was just, it blew my mind away. The visual effects in this movie was amazing as well. So I gotta give it some chops about that. Edgar Wright did a great job with this movie. I really like it. I highly recommend going checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's a very good movie. And at number 1 was the movie I've been waiting for years to come out. My favorite woman superhero of all time, female superhero of all time, Wonder Woman. That's right, Wonder Woman. It's right now my favorite DC EU movie of all time, and it's my second favorite DC movie of all time behind The Dark Knight. I think this movie worked on so many different levels. You know, taking place back in I think World War One. It was, yeah, World War One, and the way it handled itself, not have to be jumping from scene to scene to different things and you getting you confused. No, it showed you Diana from when she was in Themyscira, then it showed you Diana in the middle of the war, and then showing her again being a hero and putting on the bracelets. I thought, like I said, Gail Gadot, or Gadot, if you want to pronounce it that way. I thought she was great as Wonder Woman. She's a great role model for young girls and men as well. She's amazing. She's a beautiful woman. She's Wonder Woman. I'm sorry. She's going to be Wonder Woman forever. I cannot say that enough because she did a great job. Patty Jenkins also needs to be recognized here because she did a great job with this movie. And if you ever want to know about her other movies that she ever do, go check out Monster with Jessica Chastain. Charlize Theron. Sorry, wrong actress. But yeah, go check that movie out if you ever want to go see that movie, what she can bring to these kind of characters. And I think she did a great job with capturing what Wonder Woman is supposed to be and what she stands for. So, and the cinematography was great as well. I thought like the action scenes were good. The villain was cool. You know, he was. You know, I don't want to spoil anything, but all right, I'll say this: he was in it enough. He was in it enough. There you go. I'll say that for now because sorry, I just want to get this back on. But yeah, he was good for what he was used for. You know, he wasn't rushed. He wasn't just like there and then poof, he's gone. You know, he wasn't like that kind of villain. He had a good enough screen time, and he was a cool villain. He made sense. You know. So, like I said, Wonder Woman to me, I thought it was great. I can't wait to see more with this character. I can't wait to see what she does in Justice League, and then, excuse me, and then Wonder Woman 2. So, go check out Wonder Woman. Okay, so there you go. So, at number 9, once again, The Dark Tower. At number 8, I got The Mummy. At number 7, I have Alien Covenant. At number 6, Pirates of the Caribbean. At number 5, War for the Planet of the Apes. At number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. At number 3, Spider-Man Homecoming. At number 2, Baby Driver. At number 1, Wonder Woman. And if you want to know what's my worst movie of the year so far, just summer-wise, I mean, there are other movies out there right now that I've seen, but I'm going to save those for the end of the year. Probably January to do the top 10 of, you know, good and worst movies. Right now, number 1 is Transformers. Listen, I like the Transformers franchise. I think it's great. -3. I cannot stand that movie. But even I can say that Transformers 5 had its problems. Minus that whole beginning part was just horrible. But the rest of that movie was pretty good, so it didn't quite make my cut. I wanted to put it in here, but if it didn't have that horrible first act of the movie, it would have been in this list. But other than that, I can't say it's a great movie because it's just you know? It might end up being my honorable mentions, you know, at the end of the year. I don't know yet. We still got a lot of movies coming out throughout the year. Some of these movies in this list now might even make the cut. I don't know. I still have Logan as my number 1 so far. You know, all of them number 1. But this right now I'm just talking about summer. So right now summer is Wonder Woman. So there you go. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you guys like my list, and what's your top 10, 9, 5, whatever list of summer movies? Remember, you can't count the movies that came out in the beginning of the year. They don't count. They're not summer movies. So leave a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.